That should be all the windows that we need. All right. So we'll see if Simon shows up in the next minute or two, and then we'll decide whether we need to find a fourth and do some league, or what we're going to do in the meantime.
All right.
I think it would be, given that Andre, are you going to be done after this week?
Yeah, after this week, I will be permanently occupied.
Then I think today would be a good day to do a league session to power with the original 4 and see how far we've come.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
I dig it. See if we can hit 1,800, boys.
There we go. Okay.
The first Squid School video on YouTube. Maybe we could go back
Nice,
and
man.
see.
I remember
Oh,
that
man, that would be cool.
we started off in the low 1400s. And I'm talking like, because the Squid School video that's on YouTube is like the 8th or 9th one that we ever did.
Mm.
We didn't start putting them on YouTube right away. So the old ones are something like 1380, low 14s, that kind of range.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think I remember those numbers. So even on average, we have gone up by like 200, roughly.
More than that, I'd say we're usually in the 1700 range.
Oh, okay.
Or wait, it's confusing because sometimes we have Devi on board, like sometimes we
Oh,
have
yes.
an X-rank player subbing in there. So
True.
we'll see. Cat. Actually, I have new cat here. New cat.
New cats. Oh, wait, I need to get on the stream so I can see this new cat.
This is Navi. It is Bab's cat.
Oh.
He is a model.
Does she speak a lot?
Navi?
Mm-hmm.
I do not know, but the hey listen thing was definitely in mind, so I don't know, maybe it is an especially vocal cat. Debbie goes, I heard my name. We were talking about
That is a good cat.
how in the early days of Squid School, we were talking about like what powers we had, and we're talking about the best powers that we have in more recent times. And I was just saying that some of those numbers are a little off because sometimes we've had like Devi or Jamie filling in. Oh, hey, there's Simon. What's up, Simon? You didn't even say anything in the Discord, and then you popped up first in the league room. The league room is up, by the way, and it's the password that we've used in the past for that. I can type it somewhere if you need me to.
Passed a word.
There's Andre.
Switch off this weapon. I was just playing around with it earlier.
Giving Babs' kitty a little bit of time in the spotlight there. It looked like it was a beautiful day when they took that shot.
Yeah, seriously. Had like the god beam and everything.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Clam, Manta, and the Reef.
I was playing a little bit of K-Pro if you'd like to play K-Shot.
Ooh. Interesting. You probably don't have an MPU build yet, do you?
Oh, you know what? I do one with three mains of MPU.
That's still pretty close. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything with like a main and a sub yet.
So much
Nice.
Kensa representation happening.
Hey, Tony. we're using your guns.
Makes me wonder if there might be a Kensa weapon that I could be useful with.
Too bad there's no Caro spray.
In terms of shooters, you're probably best off on the K shot there, Andre. But the Kensa Octobrush is really good. The K Gal is really good as well. I think that's about it for the mid-range weapons. K Doolies, they exist.
The coolies.
Yeah.
Hey.
MPU did a number on Doolies in the meta. They're no different than they were, except that now they're a lot more vulnerable to MPU weapons that like, because the whole thing about Doolies is that you could move through enemy ink with the dodge rolls, and now doing that is a liability because it does the little bit of chip damage that you need to you for like a bamboo with MPU to one-shot you. So like approaching aggressively with the Doolies is suddenly way less of a thing that you can do.
Unfortunate.
There's some other reasons as well, though. Mid-range weapons are more in the meta now, and so that's a much more. Also, I need to. Nobody noticed that alert, right? Right? Okay, good.
Yeah, totally. Not at all.
There was no sound or anything that appeared on screen. I'm using the same overlay that I use on my own personal stream, and that is the alert that I have on my personal stream for when someone follows me. And they weren't even following on the Bravous Esports channel, so grumble.
Hello.
Oh, no, wait, no, they did.
Here.
They did, never mind.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
I think they
I
found
caught
mine after the fact. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're Gucci.
I had OBS open and I caught a couple of offline follows earlier today.
Yeah, it's weird, like, what triggers someone to follow. It'll just be, like, some random hour of the night, and just be like, oh,
Yeah,
you decided to follow me at this time. Why?
Thank you?
And granted, every time I watch
I
somebody
don't
stream,
object,
Jamie,
I'm just
like,
confused.
like, Jamie's been giving me shout-outs on every single stream lately, so that usually is the reason for me.
Carbon has Ninja Squid, be careful. Carbon down. There's one coming left. Far left.
I have Booyah ready.
I'm gonna rush them. I died. Here, they're 52.
I'll head over that way.
They're moving pretty well.
Coming over bridge.
Alright. Make sure to group up.
Bomb rushing.
Ow.
Oh, they missed.
Get closed.
Two down.
Right side, top right.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. I thought I was up on the ramp, and I was actually
One
not.
coming in from left. There's big points.
Where's this baller? Okay, baller is it. Basket. It's the brush. They're chased away. They can't really get in.
One left.
Nice. Two left. Let's rush that, Andre. Gonna push into street. Or into their tree. They're coming back right. Two to the
One
right,
bridge.
to the right.
Oh, I got taken off from behind.
Oh,
Roller.
gotcha. Okay. I see him. Got the roller.
Got two, but one behind.
Oh, I see him. In street. Oh, on me. Got him.
Cool.
Got 52. Missling to their street. One far right on me. Got one. Got
Booyah
two.
over here.
Nice.
One bridge. Street now. Nice. Give me 4, 3.
I'm gonna get the other power climb and jump.
Chickens
Perfect.
roll around me.
I'm on the way back.
Mikey's dead. Don't pick it up.
Went down.
Oh, I was skidding. I'll just try to play safe.
It is good, I guess, in that. Well, okay, no, we scored on them, not the other way around. I'm not thinking straight. Missling 3. They're going closed. Sub cover closed.
Got him.
Okay.
Nice.
Splash wall's helping out a lot.
One on bridge, isolated.
Oh,
Oh,
one
there's
also
one
a
other spot.
roller as well. Good thing they missed a lot of shots.
Roller under a basket.
Doolies.
Roller
with
going
the
close.
clam.
Roller going
I had to
close.
drop.
Roller sharking and close.
Missling
Made
towards
it.
basket.
Came over bridge.
2 on bridge. Got the dualies. I'm marked. I've got to back up.
Okay.
They're coming up close again.
Roller coming up from our drop. Roller under our basket. Roller under basket.
Got him.
They're down. Nice.
Oh, I accidentally picked up Pity Clam.
Okay, we got to push forward here. Missling bridge. Doolies and another one. Their
Triangles,
street.
got
One
a
coming far
bridge.
left. Oh, they're 2 on Andre here.
Yeah, they got me.
I think I can make this.
Oh.
Okay, we're
dang.
in.
I'm down.
Got the.
Yeah, we.
Oh, the
I
mine. The mine got me.
I'm gonna try to pick up clams around our goal.
So make sure if we're gonna make an approach to the basket that we're making it with each other. Because if as soon as you go in, you got to realize they're gonna collapse on you.
I think that was more of a situation of you being on the other side and we were all on that side.
I didn't see anyone with Andre, so maybe that's my bad. But 1 on bridge.
Oh, Ultra Stamp coming through.
They
Okay, we
restarted the
stopped
ball.
one
I
of
got
them. Brush underneath. Trying to pick the other one up. They missed it.
Nice.
Took a second. Missed a few shots, but oh, hello. Please stop.
Okay, I got power.
52 on bridge.
Ooh, roller.
Ah, dang it.
Another
I got
basket.
taken out too. Looks like half the team is on left.
I cannot believe this is working.
Cool.
Got one.
Okay.
Brush weak. Traded with brush.
We probably
Baller approaching our
we're
net.
running out of time.
We've got a clam, so we'll trigger overtime. Oh, but they're gonna score.
They're about to score.
Ah, dang it.
Heavy chilling at Tim Hortons, like a true Canadian.
What's the other map in rotation right now?
Manta Maria.
Okay. 6 splats. 4 of those were assists, I'm positive.
We'll have to see. So for those tuning in now, what's going on right now? This is Andre's last day on Squid School. He's been with us since the very beginning of the show here, and so we wanted to at least get to Power in League as the 4 that started it all, to kind of have a before and after. So that's
Have
what
a
we're
good
up to
old
right
time.
now. We're definitely going to play the next 6 games here. And then at that point, we'll be ready to maybe do some in-houses. Maybe if Northstar is here and ready to go, we can get going on the VOD review. You were exactly right. 4 assists.
Yeah, I decided to switch over to Hydra. Oh, thanks,
Jamie
Jamie.
says, we'll miss you, Andre.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss doing this every week too. It's so much fun. But I'll at least try to watch the VODs.
Yeah, and Andre's not exactly like going anywhere. Like he's been around in all sorts of other streams. He's been playing Monster Hunter with you guys, so I know this is the same team.
Running it back.
Yeah. All right, new map.
Okay.
I think that flag said, "Where are my fellow lesbians at?"
Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Happy Pride Month.
Pride Month. Did see something in the plaza that was like non-binary, lesbian, and proud. I was like, heck yeah,
Let's go.
do it.
Oh, scare. I am scared.
Coming through mid. Baller coming in through mid.
Dooley's on right.
Oh, they just went right by. They're going straight to the basket.
The brush is
They
the
don't
one
have
with the
power.
clam here, and they're not actually going for it yet. Got the brush. The other one has to come back and get the clam, and I traded with them.
Still on our basket. Still on our basket.
Good trade, or actually a good fight, Mikey.
I
the
won
win
clean.
Nice. I saw the roller come down. I was like, all right, that's gonna be it. But
That's probably dead. Yeah.
got him.
52 in mid, along with Brush.
Traded with dualies again.
All are coming in. I nearly shredded it. Oh, then they got me.
Watch
52
street.
gal.
Use that range.
Slow on ink. I gotta
Got
get
the
used to my
brush.
ink running out
Oh,
faster.
there's another one. Oh no, that was the. There is another one.
Yep, got them.
I thought it was the brush going back down into their ink, but no, the roller was there. There's one on mast, on bunker. 2. Missling them. I'm gonna push into mid with Mikey here.
Oh.
Okay, they backed
Somebody's
up.
trying to come up sneaky. Oh, they got me. Roller near our basket.
I see it. On my way back.
Got him.
Good job. Get our street back up real quick, and then we'll go back in. One on our bunker. Got him.
Gonna booyah real
Julie's also
quick.
on our bunker. Roller trying to come left. Julie's weak right. Got him.
52 is behind our basket.
All right. Well, in that case, we're gonna go in. Traded with the brush there, so you might actually be safe. Can you get some clams in? We didn't have any clams.
Ah,
to
but
follow
I
up
with
missed.
dualies.
Ooh, then we left the basket open.
Oh.
Ah, dang it.
I thought we'd get a clam in. I just left it.
I tried to. I don't know why.
I'm down to
how
the
I
roller
missed.
here. They're still at basket.
Oh, corner by the the gal. Gal's heading towards
Oh, I'm
basket.
out of ink. 2 by basket.
They did lose the
Okay.
basket, so we're safe for another few seconds. I'm gonna missile. There's one far right. There's one coming left. Watch the left flank.
Yeah.
All are coming. Oh. Yeah. 52 gal got me from right. They're in your
Okay.
basket.
Came up elbow, huh?
Dualies
Mhm.
got me. We're 52.
They're pushing.
Got
They
2.
miss.
Got 3. I'm not gonna be able to push this into the basket, so I'm gonna need y'all with me in some specials.
Yeah.
Andre, get ready to get the clam too. I'll help push.
Julie's pushing.
Okay. I'm next to clam.
Oh, one dropped on me.
Gonna booyah.
I'm down.
Oh, no.
Baller.
I wouldn't kill yourself trying to save that. There's gonna be one far right. Okay, good job. One coming up on bunker. Julie's weak. Oh my god.
Why?
I missed that
Why
really
am all
badly.
my
There we go. Finally got him. One making the jump. I stopped him.
Nice.
The saddest time one.
All right, we're the last two. Last two are both one far left and one
Oh,
from their street.
Yep, one came up and got me. Yeah, brush is up top.
Roller is far right. Brush. Yeah, they dropped and got me. I should have paid attention to that call out.
I don't know where to go
We're
here.
2 down, yeah. So you gotta play safe at that point.
Wait,
But,
how
we
did-
also didn't have the
Ethan got
clam.
me there.
So.
Oh, the roller got me. Okay.
Well, we had the clam, but then Andre died
Oh, okay.
to
Yeah.
the flank.
Hi, Doe. Doe said we're calling Cookie Doe now because it's a disambiguation from Cookie, who is our grillers teammate. Doe says, "Hey Squids, I'm out with my dad at the moment, so I can't stay or hear the stream, but hope you guys are having fun." Said hi to a bunch of people.
Well,
So
thanks
hi,
for dropping
Doe.
in.
Devi with the Hugo hype.
Hype.
Happy Pride Month, happy Pride Month. Nice. All right.
Oh wow, yeah, there was a lot of conversation that I missed, huh?
Yeah, a lot happened in that one game. Back to dinner. Ooh, good wings. There we go. Big pog.
Oh.
So for reference to those who don't know, when we first started this stream, we were usually hitting about upper 1300s, lower 1400s. So it'll be interesting to see where we end up after this, the last one, with this squad.
Cross my fingers that is good. I'm gonna be real sad if we get like 14,
We just
15.
play the same team 7 times in a row and lose every time. This is weird. It hasn't started the timer yet.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that.
Wonder if this is like gonna be a
Oh.
comm error or... Hey,
Oh,
right
yeah,
on
there we
cue.
go.
Alright. So now we get to give a more proper spotlight to Babs' cat, Navi. He is an absolute unit. Descended from the heavens to bless us with his fuzziness. I will let you admire him while I go and get a drink of water.
Perfect. Jimmy says he bets it's gonna be 1700. Oh, whoops. See if we can make that bet come to fruition. Car smells like oranges now. That sounds pretty good to me, honestly.
Hmm.
What was the name of the person that is going to be replacing me? Was it Vincent?
Avery.
Avery. I knew there was a
There's
V in there
V
somewhere.
Yeah.
Is he not able to join this time?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
I know that Avery and Jeff were. I saw him in Discord, presumably talking about Splatoon a couple days ago, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, Avery will be here. I assume next time.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely be making sure to get him in the loop on that. All right. Thank you, Navi.
Good work, Navi.
Something's wrong. It doesn't say "be right back" as that.
And we got a different team this time.
Back to Manta.
Good old Manta.
Okay. So nothing longer range than the Blob Lobber. Andre should be able to get himself into some strong positions and kind of have a field day with that.
All right, let's see.
How much you want to bet that if I just rush the basket right now?
I already got one.
All right, one. That kind of answered my question, actually. So I'm not going to go that
No.
way. I'm going to go this way.
Thanks. You immediately
I'm gonna
avenged me.
drop
I
down and
appreciate
die.
it.
And then we're going to do this. And
Blob
bomb
Lobber
here.
going through our closer.
Nicely done.
Can I find any clams to help contribute? Oh, some spawned right on top of me as I was falling off a ledge.
Got 2. Missling the one who has the clam. And I'm going to just spawn camp from here. Y'all can figure stuff out.
Okay, and they broke a
Ah,
barrier.
they scored.
Ah, okay. They ended up
Down here.
2v1ing me. It was smart. But now there are 2 of them there, so as long as we don't have one near the basket, they can't jump the clam in and the push is done.
Yeah, I do not see anyone.
Yep, I think someone's trying to come around the sneaky area. On the left.
Yeah, it looks like that was a solo push. One on the right. Watch out for the blob from left, crossfire.
2 left mid.
Oof.
Missling mid.
Oh my gosh,
Two down.
that was so fast. Sploosh up top, thank you.
Blob is also
you
up
even-
there.
Let me try a different position.
Blob dropped down into mid, got him.
Armor.
One in street. Okay, good stuff. Painting mid. One in mid. Hit him twice. They're weak. Sploosh. Got him. No, not. What? How are you not dead?
What?
not
Oh,
bad.
that was okay. That was very strange.
Blob and I traded.
Booyah coming in.
Blob is on left.
Mine's coming on right. Got them.
Oh.
I should be able to just make it in from this.
Get armor for
Can
you.
he help you out there?
If you stay there, can you get the pity clam?
Junior on me. This is not going to be a safe jump.
Oh,
It's okay. Maybe
I
it'll be a
already
fun
hit the
jump.
button.
No!
You threw it. You
I
threw
thought it was
Barely
under
missed
the
the basket.
basket.
No, I was nowhere near it.
I was the one you wanted to jump to.
That was only one on my map when I jumped.
Two on me. This is probably dead, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I might have been able to trade one more. One in street.
Yeah, they went back.
That's 3 down.
Nice. Okay. One cut in mid. One more on left mid. Oh my god, this is
Right.
bad aim. I need to just get out of here.
Got them.
Oh, great. I made one of those, huh? Let's throw that away.
Got one.
Nice.
Armor up. Oh, no! Oh, the dot of ink on the wall.
Got two.
Lob in mid. I think they're going back to their street.
Yeah, you're last there, Andre, so make sure to take a good position defensively.
Like there are a couple on left over here.
Okay, looks
I'll
like
climb
we're gonna move
down.
right to left here, pushing left. Got one.
I do a curling bomb.
Unfortunate.
Got another one.
Looking for clams.
Missling two. One's gonna try and drop on me here. It's not gonna work. Or maybe it is. They didn't have any
Nice.
power clams, so nothing I
Yeah.
can do there.
Alright.
Was a good one. I had some pretty good multi-kills.
Kill-tacular. Kilimanjaro.
Murder in Squid Game. Just me here. Did the Bloblobber spike in popularity? It's all ever since it came out. Everyone has known that like it is strong in niche situations, and I think it's especially popular in a particular skill bracket because it's not like it's easier to aim or anything, but it's more likely that you hit a shot even with bad aim with that weapon. Those are the weapons that you get to a certain skill bracket and people tend to kind of gravitate towards those things like rollers or like dualies when you don't dodge roll. A lot of people will fixate on the weapons that, like, even if your aim isn't perfectly on, there's still a chance that you're going to hit a shot here and there. And
Yeah.
so it's one of those kinds of weapons. And so a lot of people in the, like, especially A rank range and some distance above and below that will pick it for that reason. But it is very powerful for contesting choke points. You know, you just put a bunch of blobs in between them and where they want to go, and what are they going to do about it? Get your bank shots going. There's one coming far left already.
Yep.
I think we scared him away. Okay,
Flatling.
one down on the right.
Flatling near our ramp on the right. I don't know what that's called.
Gotcha.
The ramp from the tree courtyard.
Good job,
Traded.
good job. Oh my god, I just walked right into their line of fire. They didn't even have to aim. Good job holding that
Hang on.
position, Simon. There's one at our ramp, but we should be able to stop them before they get anything in, so just...
Yeah.
hold
I don't think they have
close
any
there.
clams on them. So
Yeah, they don't. They're backing up. We just got
They have
missiles.
some gathered
getting
mid.
missiled.
Got one. Oh, they threw it to street.
there's
That was
one behind
actually
basket.
really smart.
Got one. There's one more. One more behind basket. One more behind basket.
Got one hit on them.
Okay, I'm just making sure they can't get to the clam here. Found that roller, got him.
Nice.
All right, let's get some paint
Ta-da.
here. One in mid. Might have been able to push that if I were
Okay.
better. Oh god.
Armor up.
There.
Okay, got one. That's a bomb.
Yikes.
Yeah, we need someone pushing in ahead of the clam holder there. Oh, there were two there. So is flings are going to be coming ramp.
Got me.
Another one in our streets. Nice pick. Good job, Andre. They're jumping to close. They're 3 enclosed.
Boy.
Got
Got
two
one.
of them.
Two
are down.
Nice. Okay. One more on me.
Okay.
Let's
yeah.
go.
Down below ramp.
Good job.
Another one down.
Collapsing.
Okay.
Warm.
Armor up.
Okay, missiling 2 on the left. There's one pushing right here. I'm going left now.
Flatling's on their
We
basket.
get in.
Nice.
Splatling walks faster than me, sad face. That's probably all the follow-up we
two.
got.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go out and collect some clams.
There's one on bridge.
Missiles coming in.
There's one under bridge going right.
Got him with the bomb.
Nice. Oh, one on bridge, 2 on bridge. Missiling them. Now I'm gonna push. Got one. Heavy their streets. There's one gonna be left on Simon.
Oh, couldn't get him off me.
Got him. The Ray's gonna get me though.
Yeah, Ray tapped me, but I think that we're
Roller
done.
got me.
Andre, try and take high ground. Like if you're able to hold down top mid,
Ooh.
that's a really strong position for you to have.
Okay.
It's hard to stay there safely, but if we can get you there, that's really scary for them. There are 3 in street and 1 coming ramp.
Oh,
Throw
wow,
bombs
the
if you
bubbles
can,
got in my
because that's all
way
we
at the
got right
perfect
now.
time. That was a really good defensive bubble that they pushed out.
You got that. Nice. Roller in streets. Watch bridge, watch bridge.
Oh, they jumped out. Missiles coming at me. Oh, geez, I put myself in a corner. Okay.
One on bridge.
Armor up.
Squeezer. Okay, I'm gonna rush bridge from our side.
down.
Nice. There's one there street. I'm
booyah.
gonna push in closed.
Have some armor coming out.
That's 2 enclosed.
There's one coming down from their ramp. They
Traded.
retreated.
Oh, how did they see me?
I got 3 hits on them. They got away.
If you can get in position sneakily there, Mikey, I might be able to jump a power clam in, but they might know you're there.
Oh, there's 2 on me.
Okay, yeah, not doing that.
Running away. Gonna die, yeah.
All right, we got to get this thing into play here. Make sure we've got some clams to follow
Got
up
one
with.
down.
Okay.
2 down, 2 down, 3 down, 3
pushing,
down.
Pushing. Stop
One
that.
of it-
Armor up, armor up.
Okay, thank you. We need 4 more clams.
I am going towards them. Here's some more armor.
2 more. Nice.
Yes!
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Okay.
3! I got the triple.
Nice.
Mikey, have you ever gotten the Killionaire reward in Halo? No. I'm very bad at that video game. It's just iconic. We're lacking.
Ah.
Alrighty, there we go. Boom. All right, later, Zacharias. Thanks for stopping by. What do you think of the Ink Brush strat in Clam Blitz? Ink brushes are strong in Clam Blitz, but you can't just kind of roll your way into the base at a competitive level. Even in like mid-level X rank, if you just try and brush your way into the enemy base, you're just gonna get shot. They're gonna be covering the angle. You might get lucky a couple times, but it's not something you can rely on. But it is still good for drawing aggro. It's good for drawing other people's attention, because even if they are, stopping to deal with you, that's already kind of a win, because you've drawn their attention away from what the rest of your team is doing. And if they capitalize on that, that can be effective. Okay, I'm gonna missile their street, and then I'm gonna die to a bomb.
They have armor, they have armor.
Under bridge.
They're pushing over bridge.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
gonna
they're
push
coming up.
closed here.
Sneaky. Close.
Yeah, they're in,
Umbrella
they're in, they're
under a
in.
basket.
Bomb rush.
Oh, behind.
Yeah,
Oh,
goes down.
Mike.
there's so many bombs everywhere. I couldn't keep track of what was going on.
Oh, I'm getting rushed from right. They're jumping into a car.
Jumping in.
Got 2.
Be back fully in 15 minutes.
Got
Sounds
one
good,
more.
Debbie. Just umbrella. They're at ramp.
Oh, I got a couple hits on them.
Let's just paint up. One left tree. There's
One jumped
there,
out.
One on bridge jumping. All right, they're backed up now. Watch left. 'Cause...
Oh my god, I got surrounded by bombs.
Armor up.
Yeah, like it's a position that you want to take, Andre, when we have control.
Right.
Move up there once we've cleared the way for you, because if you just try and walk up there on your own, you're going to be in some trouble. I'm going to rush the one on the right, and that's a bad idea, and I'm going to die. Realized they had armor. I could have backed up, and I didn't. They're coming through street. On my way back.
Oh man.
Umbrella's weak.
One down.
Nice. There's a booyah. Got 2.
Armor up.
It's very aggressive with their bombs.
Yeah, it's a really good strat against a Hydra. Okay, Mikey's putting some pressure on left. Let's try and go through streets and take advantage of that. Push in from there, Simon, when you can.
I have to back out. They found me.
Got one.
Alright for you.
There's one there downstairs.
Might be able to get in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a clam in a second.
I'm pushing from the right, armor up.
Maybe back up a little bit.
Okay, good job. I'm gonna missile their car.
Somebody's on top of bridge.
I
I
missed.
think they just dropped
My
below.
bad.
Dang. Oh.
Yeah, it would have been better if I had been able to
Yeah,
go
I can't
in over
save it.
street. I probably should have just backed up for that. Because they were able to just kind of watch us both from the same angle. So that's on me. Mikey was doing a really good job holding it down on the left and like drawing their attention there so that they had to put some people
Over
over there to focus it.
bridge.
They just clutched up on D. Missiling their streets. I'm gonna push in. Good booyah. One on left. Got them. They're covering that, but I can go. No, I can't go there.
Somebody came from behind me up on bridge.
This is probably not a good idea, huh?
Yeah,
How
you have
did
a good
I
angle
miss
from there.
that?
Oof.
Wiped.
Oh,
They're jumping.
it's so annoying. They're coming from.
Bomb
yep,
rush is
street.
down.
Ramp.
Dualies that came in are down, and the jump is down. Where's the end zap? Oh, they're closed.
Car. Yeah.
Oh my
They ran
god.
back out streets. Help. Why did I say street? That was tree. Oh, hello. They're watching me right, but I might be able to... Okay, one pushing far left. Or no, they went
One coming
through
over bridge.
underneath. Depth perception is really hard with these missiles. Pushing one on bridge. They're weak. I had to get out. I'm
I
down.
didn't have enough range.
Nice, you got the one trade. Help Mikey? Ah, darn.
Ugh.
Okay. It still could be good. If we get both power clams in here, that's game by itself. They just popped armor. They're going to rush over bridge.
Oh.
Got one. There's two on me. Need to save both of those on bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
GG.
GG. Ah. I think I'm gonna switch to Zap actually.
All right, sounds good. I'll have double armor going, unless Simon wants to go to the rain bucket or something else. Double armor's good.
I can.
I forget what's a decent Zap build.
Some run speed. I think I run comeback on it. No, last ditch effort. That's right. Last ditch effort. A little bit of run speed and object shredder, and then like some utility subs.
What
I
does
also
the
run
icon
a
for?
little bit of main power up. I run a main of it, but it's not like the most important thing.
Oh, I might actually do Splatling instead.
Okay.
I will do
Run speed.
Hydra, actually.
Run speed. Oh, OBS. Open broadcaster software. Yes, that's what you want to be running on an NZAP.
I'll remember that.
Run speed, okay. With subs of main power up.
Okay. So the current plan here, we've got. Here, let's see.
Oh, Simon going Hydra, okay.
I was kind of playing Bucket like a backup backline there. But anyways, I only really pushed when we had specials and we were all pushing together.
Yeah,
So I
that's a
figured
weapon
might
that can
as
play a
well.
lot more aggressively than that. It's kind of a shark ambush weapon.
Yeah, I tried to go for it a couple times there. I saw because they kept finding me like really easily. They were really meticulous about painting
and
over
throwing
every
bombs,
small
yeah.
patch of every small little dot of ink they were painting over it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to hide around corners and stuff.
So we're gonna have after we're done with getting power here, we're gonna get a PB going so that we can record a match for X-Man, who is going to be another one of the people we VOD review. And as soon as that's done, we'll get going on the VOD review for Northstar.
Right.
One on bridge. Charger watching from downstairs. Got one with a bomb, I guess.
Somebody's coming on right.
Oh, hello, person. Roller.
They just
Please
missiled.
go away. Oh. Oh, boy. I botched that encounter, but you can throw me 2 Oh. I'll take 1 from him. Can you throw me 1?
Yeah.
Neat.
One
We're
down.
in. Dropping on the other side of him now. Charger down.
I said distracted the 2 that were on bridge. Well, you guys got the clam.
Rush down. Got 1. Roller is ramp.
Yeah, roller got me.
Keep it open.
Ah, I got 2 hits on the roller.
Oh, I couldn't quite finish the fight in time.
Clean 50.
Oh, man. I did like 2
Missiles coming at
180s.
me.
Watch ramp.
Oh,
Oof. Yeah, I didn't realize they were inside of a ball, but
That's
I managed to spot them
I didn't
apparently.
either. Okay, they
They
missed. There's 1 more ramp trying to make it happen. Charger, got them. It's just dualies. And I think they might be respawning.
yeah, looks like it.
Ah, they rolled over me. 2 on the clam there. 1 more.
Oh, double spy with a bomb.
Nice. Yeah.
I missed.
Oh no!
Run around close. Or yeah, there. See if you can get it.
No.
Oh gosh.
You've got 9 clams, right?
Yes, I just need 1. And
Here,
there's none
take
near
that
me.
one. Go
Hope
through
you guys want-
closed. I'll distract.
Oh, somebody dropped on me.
Got
and
armor
got
off,
me.
but I died. One's going. Never mind. They're going bridge.
They're coming close.
Mines?
Oh
No,
yeah.
my mines are gone.
Wow.
That was
Wait,
the
they
most
missed.
clutch
I
basket
didn't even
open.
notice.
No,
Yeah,
it was the basket opening.
The basket literally moved away from the throw. like an arcade game.
Denied.
They're coming up
No
close.
tokens for you.
Baller our ramp.
I got 1.
This charger's stuck. They did not back away when they needed to.
I'm just painting up back here.
Rush on me. They should have killed me, and they didn't.
Oh jeez, roller got me. They're on.
Got
our
him.
Thank you.
Got dualies. There's 3 on right side.
Rush coming over
Oh.
bridge.
Got 1. Roller's weak. Didn't get him. Nice. Good throw.
Got
They're
him.
going to be on that jump.
Yeah, there's a roller right there.
I
I'm
got
just gonna
rickrolled.
stay and defend
Yeah.
then.
Just paint something safe. Get clams if you can. Baller incoming. Partway shredded. There it's shredded.
Oh.
There it is. Nice. They're making the mistake of making too many power clams.
Yeah, we can always tell where they are. Yeah, they had 3 power clams up at the same time. There's another one coming. Oh,
Might be in.
they missed.
I missed again. You kidding me?
Have some
happens,
armor.
happens.
Maybe it'll help. I have
Might
9
be able to
clams.
save that. Oh boy. Yeah, I can't.
I just need 1 more.
Alright, I back up.
Bunch of clams on bridge. Might be able to make a new one.
Okay, backing up over to bridge. Somebody up there. Got them.
Nice.
I have 9 clams ready to go.
Ah, I got like 3 hits on the roller, and then they got me.
Careful, Mikey. They've got.
I'm just Just booyah real quick.
Can I get one clam?
5.
Time
wait.
is up.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I could have given you it, but I didn't want to jump and risk them getting the basket.
No, yeah, it was good. The brush showed up before we could do anything with that.
This map, this map and mode seem disgustingly good for Hydra.
Yeah, getting up on bridge there, if you can do that, you own the entire map. Now, if the charger was better, then you would be in a lot more trouble in positions like that. But they were not being very mobile. They were standing still a lot and giving away their position early without cover.
Oh, Okami asks, where do I submit the VOD request things for Splatoon?
So you'll go to this Discord server, and that is where you will find me. I am Gem. I think I'm in there as the one who woomies, or I am the one who woomies, or something like that. And I've got the coach role, so I should be near the top. DM me there, and we'll set up when it's going to be. Right now, we've got double headers on almost all of the weeks up through June 15th. 2 different people that we're VOD reviewing on the same day. I think there's one day that we don't, and so we could probably fit you in I think 1 or 2 weeks. I forget which of the 2 it is.
Cat and pink kitty.
But yeah, that's where we'll do that. My tag is Gem, in case that wasn't clear. There's just be one match. Yeah, just one match. That's all we're gonna have time for. It should really be all we need, either.
Yeah, 2 tri-sloshers. Oh, but different brands though.
Yeah. So that's like a really aggressive comp. Kind of. Brush in mid. Brush, tree.
One
I hit him
try
twice,
slash
nice.
closed.
Oh, bucket! Oh! Got him.
Nice.
Sheesh.
One
Walk
ramp.
on there, baby.
Watch ramp.
Oh,
Oh,
They're coming back. They're coming back. Street. Thanks for the bomb. Thanks for the bomb.
we're
You
in.
got it.
Oh, there's one right behind me. 2 right behind me, actually. Make sure to throw as soon as you land, because you're gonna die. There you
Oh.
go.
Should I jump in or?
No.
Okay.
like you got me.
Answered that question.
Like it about to go over bridge.
If you're gonna jump in, you gotta do it quick, because otherwise we lose our opportunity. But jumping is generally not the play, because you're almost certainly gonna die very quickly after you get in there. You'll see that coming in. There are 2 enclosed. I'm
That's
pushing in
one
from
of
behind. Nice. That's
They're
why.
wiped.
Nice.
Pushing out. Just getting some clams. I have a power clam ready.
All right.
The booyah.
All right. Let's threaten closed here, because I don't think they
I have
can
armor
stop
ready.
us from
Ooh,
this
I'm
right
getting
now.
pushed
Oh,
on.
there are 2 enclosed.
Oh, geez, Bucky got me.
Yeah, I'm back
Behind,
in.
right. Behind Mikey.
No, let me go.
Yeah, you're alone, Simon. Oh my god, I think I got killed by the rain. Yep.
Bucket under 2 under bridge. They're coming out the right side.
Oh, they missed.
Got him.
Take those. Another one trying to push for the clam.
Got him.
Oh, they got in.
They got it though.
Oh no.
I didn't even trade?
They're weak.
Oh, jeez.
Armor up.
Brush. There we go. Got them.
Cool.
Okay. One on bridge.
Gonna have booyah soon.
Got another
Yeah,
one.
got it.
Cool.
I have armor ready.
Throw it at their basket. Thank you. Oh my god, the clam literally expired right as I was about to pick it up to make the
Oh,
power.
jeez.
If you push forward, I could jump in for a clam.
Oh.
Clam.
Okay, you
Alright,
can
there we go,
jump
there we
now
go,
if
there we
you
go.
have a power.
Bucket. This bucket keeps getting me.
No, I couldn't get out.
Alright, cool. We'll take it.
Our default should be to try and push in all together instead of jumping people in.
Yeah, I'm just not used to pushing as a... I don't know how to push as a backline just yet.
Missling
The
all
timing's a
four.
little
There are
bit weird.
3 right and
my
1
gosh.
just behind them. Got 1.
Oop, accidentally picked up Clam.
1 on bridge.
Hey, relatable.
Nice.
There we go.
The mines are
Bucket
so
coming right.
funny, man.
Oh man, I'm so dead. On bridge, on bridge. Careful, it's a bucket. He's dropping. Nice job, nice job.
They ran out of ink at the same time that I did.
One coming far left.
So are you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna push closed. I'm in there closed. I'm shooting down at them.
I have to back up.
I'm down.
I
Coming
think
back.
I'm out.
Coming right, coming right.
Yeah,
Good,
I'm
stop.
I haven't been
missed
dead
it.
against Cat.
Another one coming right, and 1 on our downstairs.
I can't get
They
the
picked
one
it up under basket.
on street.
Got them.
Oh, they
No.
missed again. That's
Oh, but they
that's
got the
insane.
lead.
Yeah.
1 on bridge, 1 on bridge.
Alright.
Traded.
I have armor up. We need to get in.
I'll have missiles by the time we're ready here.
Gonna paint for Booyah. Here we go.
Okay, missiling 3.
Also rushing our basket. We gotta go fast.
Zoom
Behind.
through street, zoom through street.
I need paint. I need paint.
Got 1, got 2.
Mike, Mike, Mike.
Let's go.
Yes!
Mike.
Oh,
I'm here
man.
with the clams.
Okay, I do see how the push works now from the back line. I followed that one a little bit easier, I think.
Nice.
We're shooting.
Man, you guys were
We are,
slugging out
yeah,
there.
we are. Woo, pull it up to the range.
There we
Alright,
go,
16.
there we go.
Alright.
That is definitely significant progress from 1380 something. All right, awesome. So, next order of business. I'm going to get X-Man in
Gotta say,
here.
Hydra was pretty fun.
Seen 54. Hydra is really
Pretty
fun, isn't
fun.
it?
It's so satisfying to do well.
Dang, I got 7 splats out last game, and 6 of them were assists.
So we're doing VOD review now?
We're going to do a
PB.
single in-house PB game to get a game on the books for X-Man for when it's time for their VOD review. And then we'll go into Northstar's VOD review.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna make a no password PB right now. Everybody in the chat, I see all looks like 10 of you right now. Get your butts in here. Let's play some Squid Game. And I'm gonna message them for a second, and I'll hop out of the channel for a second to explain things in Discord, potentially. Awesome, there's Northstar. Good to see
Alright.
that they're here. Doovie has returned!
Just in time.
Just the return of Doovie.
Devin, you missed my stint with the Hydra. I'd like to think I did you proud.
Yeah. Simon was slugging out there with it.
So Devi, we're doing a PB to record for X-Man. We'll probably just play one game, unless they want to re-record or something like that. And then we're going to do the Northstar VOD review. Okay, Devi's
gotta say-
grabbing her Switch.
Nothing in this game is quite as exhilarating as seeing one mine go off, knowing full well they're gonna waltz right into the second one, and they're gone.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be great.
It's so funny. They went down street like 3 times, and every time they went, they ate my mine. Ajay was always over there. They just pick up the little tap they needed.
Yep. One of them exploded just right in front of me after I shot them once. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I love mines. Oh, they're so fun. I need a close range sharking weapon with mines. Nowhere is safe.
All right, I'm thinking of what we want to do. They've said they're fine with any map mode, so I'm deciding which one I want to watch them play. Um, let's do Zone Sturgeon for it. All right, so Devi's coming in, so that'll make 7, and then X-Man should be on his way. Oh, and Toxic's here too. Hi, Toxic.
Nice. Yeah, Simon, Jamie says that in Splatoon 1, the Aerospray had mines, apparently.
Oh, that sounds hilarious.
It really
That
does.
sounds great. That sounds like the weapon I would play.
Sounds really toxic, honestly.
Splatoon 1 was a game that was significantly more broken. And that's not to say that it wasn't fair, because a lot of different things were about equally broken, but a lot of it was very broken.
I should boot up that game sometime. I played it quite a bit and I don't remember much about it at all.
It reminds me of Smash 64, which is a game where there are so many offensive strategies that are offensive in the other sense, and the defense just isn't quite there. Like in Splatoon 1, if you just ran a whole bunch of quick respawn and stealth jump, and kept super jumping in after you died, you could stay on the tower even though they kept splatting you as you landed. It was really, really unpleasant to try and play something like a charger into.
Huh.
Because, you know, you can keep getting picks. You can get 5-6 picks in a row, but eventually, as soon as you miss a shot, that one guy gets off the tower, and now he's in position to do some damage. So, annoying. Alrighty. So we've got X-Man in here. We've got more.
What do they
than...
play so we can make sure we don't overwrite
That is a good question.
overwrite their position.
Hey, yeah,
I'm
sure.
gonna DM them really quickly. X-Man asking what weapon you're playing.
And then Air Sign wants to spectate in game. As long as you don't spectate me.
Well, now that's always going to
Carter.
spectate.
I'm going to leave. You're not in the lobby, are you? Unless that's toxic. Yeah, so I don't think they're in. So I'm assuming they mean the Twitch chat. So thanks for stopping by, Tartar. We'll see you next time. Still waiting on word from X-Man real quick. We'll lock this in here. We'll do this and we'll do this. Then I think Devi's the only like backline main. I saw Northstar playing. Well, I don't know. It depends on what Northstar's playing too, I guess. I'll separate Devi and Northstar just in case Northstar decides to go backline.
Wait, did you say X-Man was Charger, or is that the VOD review that we're
No,
doing?
that's the VOD
Charger
review.
player?
That's Northstar.
Okay.
How do we want to split this? Probably like this. Like this. And then kind of leave it there. Okay, he's a K-Machine player, so not a backliner. So it's fine that we're putting them with Devi. And then... yeah. Let's let that rock. I think that's about as good as we're going to get with this crew.
Alright.
All right.
Mikey and I destined to not be on the same team. Yo, look at these weapons right now.
Let me change my.
We had an NZAP crew going on.
Double
What are-
Hydra.
Splat zones. Let's see.
Oh, splat
I'm just
zones?
gonna-
Okay. Let me change. Oh, it might be a little late, but Simon, Devi is asking if you want to stay Hydra.
What was that?
Devi was asking if you want to stay Hydra. Because
Yeah, sure.
she's willing to play whatever.
I will play again. Oh, I can't change. Okay, there we go. It wasn't letting me change. I gotta go fast. There we go.
All right.
We'll see how these teams work out. I feel like we might have stacked them on one side, but we'll see. If it ends up going too fast, we can always remake the teams and try one more time before we start the VOD review. We've got a little bit of time. All right, so we're looking for X-Man, who is here.
I keep bonking my head on things.
Oh, get me out! The torpedo got me.
Oof.
I think the jellies like it, Zacharias.
Smacking a jelly, making its head bobble. That's what they're made for, isn't it? They're fulfilling their
Oh,
purpose.
there's hammer. Very short-lived hammer.
Oh! Another torpedo. Stay away from me.
Ah. Yeah, I already see myself getting hard carried right now.
All right. See what these guys can do to push back in here. Nice little pick there. Actually able to use the cover to get away from the splashdown there. Oof. Going in, trying to get this pick on the bomb rush, but can't overcommit here. That I think a little bit. Ooh, down goes Debbie. This man's just gonna hightail it out of there.
The blaster.
Oh, and there's a disconnect.
Oh no!
Looks like we lost Mikey.
Yeah.
I heard something out of Mikey for a split second there.
Oh.
Yeah, he's cutting in and out a lot.
Gotta love internet service providers. Woo!
Mm-hmm. Dang, that was a harsh hammer throw.
Thanks for the throttling, Agit Pie. Oh no. Yeah, Toxic hitting him with the Rapid Blaster special there. See if Simon's going to be able to hold his position there. And Devi ends up going down. X-Man getting chased down by Toxic on the rapid here.
Get me out.
Oh, man. Okay, let's try and get another one off just because we had a DC there, and so that'll ruin, like, the last half of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, if was it Air Sign who was sitting out, or whoever it was, might be better if they.
Air
play
Sign
instead
is
of me.
in the lobby as a spectator.
Yeah.
If they are available to play, then that would be an option.
I'll join back in.
Zach has also jumped back in.
Oh, cool. So then we
So-
don't need to worry about it.
So yeah, let's try.
Go for
Let's
it.
try a redo on that one. We can keep Air Sign on spec. I think that'll work out. So what happens if we do this? We got. Let's instead do this. Okay, so we got. All right, I like this. This looks pretty good.
All right.
Sped join. Gotta go fast to play Squid Game. Go zoom.
Or so you could stay backline. I'm gonna switch anyways.
Gotta zoomy for the woomy.
Oh,
Alright.
Jamie's complimenting Devi on her hammer throw. And I saw that like the entire way through, and I was like, oh my god. That was such a perfect throw.
No, Northstar switch too.
Zacharias is asking,
Yeah.
Jamie, should I switch or is it cool? Says I'm fine with it, man.
Suffice to say, there's a lot of NZAP love today.
Double Zap, not a bad comp. Definitely workable in a lot of modes. So it's just Devi now. Might be swapping outfits or something. Alright, there she goes. Fingers crossed. Internet gods, please allow us to play Squid Game upon this day.
Yes. No DCs.
All right. Take a quick look at that. And away we go.
Well,
Looking
that
pretty
was
good
quick.
so far. Got a couple of picks. Are able to take zone for that. And they got to get Toxic out of here. X-Man's on the hunt. With Devi in tow. Turns around. He gets hit a couple times by Jamie. Good follow-up by Devi, though. So, one for one situation here. Ooh, jumps onto a bomb, unfortunately. Good use of the bomb rush there by Andre. Missiles get popped. Let's see what they're going to do with them here. They do pop armor on the other side. Whew, almost goes down to that torpedo. Gonna try and fight his way in onto the zone here. Goes up for a splashdown, and that is taken out of the sky by 3 different people. Ooh, that's a scary place to be against the rapid. Good on X-Man to move his way out of there. And Zach able to go in and get the pick. Great job on Zach's part to be sharking in that location. Oh, I don't think they quite have enough time. He's rushing for the zone, he knows, but nothing they're going to be able to do there. All right. That should be a great match for us to watch here. At Sorry to get you all assembled and then break the games up, but it is time for the VOD review now. So we're going to switch over to that at this point. Thanks, everybody, for playing. We really appreciate it. The match that we played just now will be seen on a VOD review in the future, just like the match we're about to see was recorded in one of these PBs. We literally could not do what we are doing without you guys jumping in and joining us for those, so we really appreciate you guys helping us out with that. Okay, go theater mode here. And that should be a decent way to watch it. And Northstar, if you would like, you can join in the Discord server. Go to Waiting Room in the Bravous Community Discord. And you'll be able to... Why is it... we'll explain that one later. We're gonna be able to drag you up into our voice chat here, and we'll be able to talk to you while this is going on if you would like. Totally fine if not, but I saw that you were in the stream earlier. Figure you're probably available. There's Northstar, perfect. Okay, can we successfully drag him up without him getting kicked back down into waiting room? Looks like it. Welcome, Northstar.
Hello.
How's it going? Could I ask your pronouns really quickly so we know how to refer to you during this?
Is she/her?
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So we've got Northstar in here with us, and let me get the screen share going really quickly on Discord. Not that one. We want this one. Okay. You should be able to see that now. Can you see it?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So the video we're going to be watching here is going to be of the Sturgeon tower control match. This was the one where Northstar was using the charger, and this was the one that she asked for us to go over. Full disclosure here, I am not a charger player, but what I have done is I've consulted with Devi, and I've also consulted with Bab about what they think about the positioning, the decisions, the mechanics, things like that, to kind of reinforce my own understanding of what should be happening here. So this should be pretty well informed nevertheless. So let's get things rolling here. Just out of curiosity, is sound coming through? It should be come through on stream. I'm not sure if it comes through on Discord this way.
Let it play. No.
Okay, it's not coming through.
You would have to stream it as an application instead of a screen
As an application instead of a screen.
on Discord.
Okay. So if I go to...
It might not be able to be streamed that way, but you would hit the stream button, and on the left tab, when there's the two tabs for the streaming things, it would be the one on the left that you'd want to.
So like turn on camera.
Oh
Okay.
no. Hold on.
I've got share your screen and turn on camera.
Yeah. So when you hit share your screen, right? The button that says screen. So you hit screen. Share it as an application on the left side instead of screens, which is on the right side of those tabs.
That is actually what I'm doing right now.
Oh, then I have no clue, because that's typically how I get it to work.
All right.
Well, apparently not.
I've got one more idea. What if we do it from here? Okay. I just switched to the source for that, but let me play this one more time and we'll see if sound is coming through. So, playing now.
Yeah, it's coming through now.
Okay, perfect. And stream should also be able to hear that. Nice. Okay. Here we go. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is actually from this pause screen right here. We're going to talk about the gear. Both Devi and Bab looked at the gear and figured that there are better options available for you to be using for. But we can only see the mains that you're using on the gear. But there are definitely different choices that I would say most chargers would probably make here. The swim speed makes sense to me. The quick super jump is on the high end for the amount of quick super jump that you want, but I think that that's definitely defensible. There are some people who will run that much of it, especially if you're trying to play a really passive, especially like something to save Ray with, then that's not the worst idea. But the Inksaver sub, there are probably some better options for you out there. One thing in particular that's really prevalent right now in the metagame is running for stingrays, like playing around the stingray. And so if that were the case, you would want a certain amount of special power up and a certain amount of special charge up. So you get the ray faster and then you keep it out there for longer is the goal with that sort of build. You're generally not going to be throwing so many bombs that you're going to be running out of that much ink. And if you are really concerned with running out of ink, then Inksaver main is probably going to get you more benefit anyway because of how much each shot takes with the charger. So that's what I'm thinking there. We can't see what subs you're using, so maybe some of these are addressed in the rest of the build and the subs that you're building. But that is kind of our analysis of what you're running in terms of gear. Do you have any questions about gear that you'd like to bring up, or should we move on?
Nah, we could move on.
Awesome. And something else is that there is a website called sendu.inc. Do you know of sendu.inc? Do you know that website?
Yes.
So that is a really good resource for finding builds, for finding what gear to use. I would literally just take some top 500 players build and copy that pretty closely until I start to get more of an idea of the theory behind it and want to make some informed decisions on that. So. Okay, and now it's looking at Northstar. So we start off moving straight to Snipe. It's called Snipe for a reason. This is a great place to be. And what happens here is you struggle to find a shot to take. The closest person is maybe over here. These guys are playing safe enough that you can't reach them with your range. So you decide to drop down and try to take an engagement up closer. We'll see. There aren't any shots that are presenting themselves. Now, they did just pop armor, and so maybe you might have an opportunity to let them push into you. But in all likelihood, the fight is going to take place elsewhere. So we don't necessarily disagree with dropping down off of Snipe, but you need to be putting yourself in a position where you can find a pick. Because right now, the game is even. Nobody has gone down yet. And being this far forward against something like a Hydra, against the CDS that could be back here, against a junior throwing bombs, this is a really risky place for you to be until about 2 players on the enemy team are down. Once you've gotten a couple picks, then is when Devi, for example, will usually go into mid. Now, Devi does play fairly passively. A weapon like this charger in particular can play maybe a little more aggressively. But from right here, unless there's someone trying to approach at this angle, you don't really have a good line of sight on anybody. It might be better to go to the left where you saw that there was a fight going on and maybe you peek around the edge here. But right now you don't have anybody to shoot. You don't have any impact that you can have from the position you're in. You can maybe, like... Because you see that there's someone over here, but there's also someone behind mid that forces you out of that position. So you're not able to do a lot to help Air Sign in this fight here. They end up going down, and then someone goes down on the other side. It's a trade. So now you're one member down. Getting back up onto Snipe is a good idea. That lets you keep this height advantage and be in a good position to potentially help out here. Oh, that was Andre in the recording. That's going to throw me off. I might actually just shut this off. So now you're the only one left. You've got someone who knows you're here, and if this is a coordinated situation, and that player knows that you're here, if this is, if they're doing call-outs with each other and you're on a competitive team, at this point you need to be running away because they know you're here, and what that means is that the junior is going to be rushing on the left-hand side to chase you down from here and pincer you, and you don't have any backup to fight them. So unless you think you can somehow take out the junior at close range while the CDS is harassing you, you should probably be backing up. Given that this is tower control, one thing that you should expect at this point is that the other team is going to take the tower. And so since your team is down, you can't expect that you're going to be able to defend from here. So you should start rotating backward to a place where you would defend the first checkpoint from. It works out in the end that you actually stay up here because this isn't a coordinated situation. So this is a play that might actually kind of work for you in solo queue. That you're able to maintain this position for a while, but you do eventually get forced off. And from here, you definitely want to be moving over to this area right here. You spend a good amount of time there later on in the game, but this is the strongest place on this map for a backliner to stop the first checkpoint from. If you have a backliner in this position and you're trying to push through that checkpoint, you basically need to give up the tower until you've got them pushed away. But since you haven't taken that position, they're going to get some free time on the checkpoint here. And yes, you've got this one angle that you can shoot at it from, but you end up missing your shot. And from there, it's going to take a while before you're going to be impactful again. Because right now, this thing is in the way of you being able to do anything to the tower. And this is also a position that's going to get more and more dangerous the closer the tower gets to you, because the frontliners are going to push from here towards you. So I would say favor this position more often when they're at the first checkpoint there. Now, since you're already in this position, what you do next is actually really smart. Because Devi knew that you were here at this point, but she didn't really have anything that she could do about it. You land that snipe, and that is very helpful for stopping this push. You're getting shot at as well, and that's something you need to be a little careful about. And this person absolutely should have already splatted you. The shots that they're missing, at the level that you're playing at, they're not going to miss that much. So you're lucky that you get out of this alive. You're also lucky that Mikey here, I think that's Mikey, the K-Shot player, misses you, or doesn't notice you're there until you jump out, but you probably should have gone down for staying on snipe for that long. I don't know what happens in the meantime. You take out the Hydra, and I guess that allows your team to push in and get rid of the remaining three, but aside from that one pick on the Hydra, because you weren't rotating back into a position that let you do more things, you were forced out of play for most of that push, and them getting to 25, I think, is more than they probably would have if you were able to put up some resistance from right here and give your team time to spawn back in. So you've got the wipe, and it's good that you're moving up into mid. This is a really powerful position for a backliner to take once you've got this advantage and you're able to get the paint here. You've got a teammate who's bomb rushing, so you decide to take the tower. And you do have a pick, so this is pretty good to get the tower moving. But notice you have a Stingray, and notice that the Hydra is back up right now. So something you have to worry about is that this Hydra is going to show up either here or here to stop this push at first checkpoint. This is kind of a backline war at this point. The backliners are going to pose the biggest threat to the tower pushing forward. And if Devi shows up at any point while you're pushing this, it's going to be bad news bears. So what you want to be doing right now is getting somebody else. You've got 2 people very near you. Have someone else take the tower, like just hop off and maybe this way to get them to take it for you, and pop the ray and use that to get Devi either picked or out of position. And we'll see what happens because we don't do that. Armor gets popped. Devi shows up in one of these 2 places that I said are going to be dangerous. The junior pushes with it with the armor, and you and 3 of your teammates immediately go down with no counterplay. There is very little that you could have done to stop that push from happening, except to have pressure on the backliner ahead of time so that they were scrambled and your front line had a better opportunity to deal with the junior pushing in. Okay, so we've got a reset. You know that the Hydra is on the tower over here. And now you move over into this position, which is awesome. Again, this is one of the best places for you to be standing as the charger player here. One thing that I would criticize mechanically is the way that you're peeking around this wall. You probably know about it at the point that you're at in the game, but I want to point this out for people who might not know about this mechanic of the game. And then what I'm going to talk about is right peeking. So I'm going to go into the training room here and show you a mechanic that actually applies to every weapon in the game, but I'll show it off using the charger. So when you aim with the charger, you'll notice the Inkling brings the charger to their right shoulder. And that actually has a pretty significant impact on the way that you want to deal with corners in this game. If I am charging up from here, if I fire right now, I've fired around the wall. Look at how little of me is exposed past the wall here if I'm shooting it that way. But if I try and peek around the left side, I'm almost all the way out here around the corner. And so firing from the right side of cover is significantly better than firing from the left side of cover, because you have to expose way less of yourself if you're peeking around the right side, if you're right peeking, than if you're peeking around the left side, left peeking. And so what you end up doing a lot of and I'll show you, it works with every single weapon. Every single weapon works the same way. Like even the Splattershot Junior, I am now shooting around the corner, whereas I need to get to about here to be doing it there. So the only exceptions I can think of are like the Dynamo Roller, where the whole thing is just like an overhead swing. I think that might not have a really big... Even then, it is on the right side of you. So even then it matters. It's like, yeah, most of it is going to go around the corner, but you're still going to get more out of doing it from this direction. And with the vertical flick, that is 100% a factor. So literally every weapon of the game should be paying attention to that difference and right peeking whenever they possibly can. But it's especially important for chargers when you've only got that one shot and you need to stay as invisible to the enemy team as you possibly can. What's happening here is, in order for you to get your shot around this wall, you not only need to expose more of yourself to danger, you also need to spend longer with your laser visible out there. And what you end up doing is you end up doing a little kind of swim strafe into the shot. And that is the right way to play it, you know. So I'm talking about... Oh, I need to change the weapon real quick. Whoops. Just find any old charger here. And, of course, I have to scroll all the way. Okay, here we go. Just grab this one. So what you end up doing is you get your charge, and then you do something like this. And while that is a good way to peek out so that you're at least moving while you're shooting, and you get out there more suddenly or a smaller target, like there are a lot of advantages to doing that over just walking slowly around the corner like this. it also makes it harder to hit your shots because you have to kind of do this little jump here. So for that and a variety of other reasons. Oh, I just realized you probably can't see that on the Discord. Sorry about that. You'll have to watch the stream VOD for that later. My bad, my bad. But that's something to bear in mind and to try and take advantage of at every opportunity. As you can see here, I hope you can see my cursor. It doesn't look like you can see my cursor here, unfortunately.
I see your cursor.
Oh, okay, perfect. So you've got this wall right here, and you can peek around the right side of this wall. You can also actually right peek this wall. You can see it. It goes a little bit. You can go a little bit over to the edge here, and I believe you're actually able to hit some shots around this here. It's not like a great angle, but it might be a nice little mix-up. Looking at it, it's at least going to be good for shooting people who are down in this area. So that's something to consider. But definitely, if you're trying to aim in this direction, you might want to be right peeking from this wall instead. Because left peeking from here, you'll see whenever you have to shoot, you have to stand dead center in the middle, show your laser, fire that shot, and then you have to get out of the way again. So it's going to be a better idea to just right peek this wall here and leave yourself less exposed and less visible. You're also having to do a lot of this extra movement to stay mobile while you're up here, and that also could potentially be a little rough. Now, something I want to point out that happened just a few seconds before then. I'm going to slow this down to half speed here. So you take your shot, do a little bit of movement here, and a fight goes down right here. Jamie makes a good push. Your teammate goes down right there. So that should show you, okay, there's somebody in this area who's going to be coming in this direction. You see paint splatter down in the lower right, and I think for just an instant here, you actually see a squid around this wall. You see them again there. And the thing that definitely caught my eye, even on the first run, even while I was kind of half paying attention and half having a conversation, was this player swimming right here. They don't have any cover. There's nowhere that they can run. If you just kind of aim at them and fire a shot, that one shot at least is going to be pretty safe. Because they can't get to you. They're just a junior player, and so they don't have a lot of range. And also, they don't have any cover to work with to get closer to you before you have a shot to fire. So what you end up doing is you swim around for a second and then try and use this to give yourself more cover before you take the shot. But in that time, you lose the shot. It might have been a good idea to just like snap to the right, take a shot, and then back up if you needed to. Because by the time you actually move around here to fire this shot, they're out of the way. So you lost that opportunity. But I still, credit you for good awareness for noticing them that they were there at all. Because that is, at full speed, that's not the easiest thing to see. I think if you respond to that the tiniest bit quicker, so there's the pick, there we see Jamie in the bottom right, there we see him swimming, and there he goes back to the left. I think instead of doing that swim strafe, if you just immediately move right, fire that shot, you might be able to get a pick there. So I like the decision to back up here, get the missiles away from you. You go back into position, you're trying to fire some shots here. And you notice you have Ray, so you just back up and use it, and this is a perfect Ray. Great way to get Devi out of position. Devi is the Hydra stuck on the tower, so she doesn't have a lot of movement options available. And getting that pick will make a huge difference. You take Devi out, you're able to get some damage on this person. Now, with the Ray, very slight quibble here, you move so far over to the left that the Ray is, like, aiming off the stage at this point. So if you'd moved it to the right a little bit sooner, you would have probably been able to actually get that pick. But even so, you put down a lot of damage. Your teammates are able to rush in, and I'm pretty sure that you get the assist on that. So that's awesome. You do a good job of running away so that the K-shot doesn't get you and gets handled by your teammates. They probably should have been able to pick you there. one thing to bear in mind is that as soon as you've raid, they know exactly where you are. You're shining a big old laser that everybody is able to see. So you might want to change positions, maybe move over to the right towards street, which is where you dropped down from. And that might have been a safer place to stand for the rest of this push in. It'll also still put you closer to snipe, which is where you want to, looks like you want to be. So that would have gotten you there faster. But overall, good defensive ray there. Now, I want to really quickly look at one of my notes here, because I think there was something about the positioning here that Devi said that I forgot about. So let me look that up really quickly. Gotcha. Okay. So what Devi said here at this point, and I'm going to try and phrase it as close to how she said it as possible, is that you're trying to make snipe your home and you're going there every single time. This area right here, it is a good position, but no matter how good the position is, if you go there every time, people are going to start picking up on that and they're going to start bombing you out of that position. Devi knew to be looking this direction pretty much every time at this point. So taking some different places to stand, maybe doing something like sneaking into mid and then peeking out from behind a wall here, maybe just being on the other side of the grates here would be something that would surprise someone. But trying to find another position might be important once you start getting to the point where the backliners are really paying good attention to that. All right. This position right here is really rough because due to no fault of your own, all three of your teammates went down here. And it is at this exact moment that you have decided to go up onto this block and like expose your charger laser. You're not behind cover. Everything in front of you is painted the wrong color. Like there's a lot that you don't like about this position right now. As soon as I see that I've got my 3 players down, I immediately want to retreat. And again, I've talked about how that position on the wall up there, directly behind you at this point, is one of the strongest places to defend the checkpoint from. I might just try and beeline to that position because I know that with 4 up and only 1 of us up, they're going to push the tower in. And so I want to be in a position where I can defend against that tower push. Right here, you actually do take a shot, and you try and stay in this position. If this is a coordinated team, I feel like you're getting rushed by 2 players right now, and you're going to get picked. So from here, I would already have wanted to run away. One nice little trick is that from this box that you're standing on right here, you can actually paint the top of this, swim, and jump onto the scaffolding right here, onto this grate. So if you do this jump, then you can just kind of walk backwards, maybe even fire a couple of shots from here, because this is also a good position, at least until the Hydra gets in range. And then you can back up on the scaffold whenever you want to and still be in that strong position. As it is right here, you do end up putting yourself in position where Devi can shoot you. It's a very short window that Devi can shoot you. But like a top level player might have been able to just hit those shots and take you out. I'm talking like, 2600 X power or something. So not something you have to worry about just yet. But I always try to think about, would the best player in the world have been able to actually make those shots happen? That's kind of something that I try to keep in the back of my mind. Because sometimes you can count on a human missing shots that maybe a TAS, like a tool-assisted speedrun, wouldn't. But in that case, might have been a little dangerous. You do end up finding a way out of it. The junior starts pushing you, and at this point you make the correct decision and jump out off the wall. But if you had retreated back to wall earlier, if you had retreated back to that defensive position, you would already be there. You would already be ready to defend the push. And you're losing a couple of seconds that you could have maybe spent shooting this guy or shooting someone up here because you didn't retreat as early as you could have. Your teammate does a great job collapsing on the K-shot here. Despite the armor, nobody was really there to support the K-shot. I'm very worried about someone being in this position down here because it's so painted, and there in fact is someone there. What Devi suggested you might be able to do if you want to get cheeky and be aggressive about it is actually go around the scaffolding here and shoot them in the back. But that would require a pretty hard read on them being here, and it would also require you to know that the Hydra is not in position to shoot at that. They end up not being in position to shoot at that, but that might not have been something that you had the information to know at that point. Okay. This position right here, remember that you've been marked, and so they know your general position right now. And now you just got on the tower, so they know exactly where you are at this point. You're also showing your laser, so once again, they know exactly where you are. You also know that the Hydra is still up. So with your team being as far back as they are, they've only pushed as far as mid. There's no pressure on Devi, and it's not safe to be on the tower, as Devi proves by shooting you off it. So, armor gets popped. It looks like the team has done a pretty good job of maintaining mid control despite getting picked there. They did have, I guess the other team was a little bit staggered as well, so they don't have to give up stage position for this, which is cool. You see that there's one over there. Right now, shots get fired from over here. And my thinking for this, and Bab and Devi also approached this situation differently in their thinking. So my thinking for this is somebody has just fired shots that are in range to hit me. Therefore, they have, you know, the ability to shoot me before I can shoot them. I need to be taking cover. I need to be breaking line of sight. So my first thought is I need to swim this way. I need to swim off this ledge and start using the bridge here as cover. Now what you do ends up actually throwing Devi off. I think Devi was maybe shooting at this teammate or didn't anticipate you moving over in this direction. And so she drops down thinking that this is going to be like a short range weapon that's pushing her. And then she realizes, oh shoot, this is the charger. And she actually, when you dodge these shots here, runs out of charge. So if it weren't for the fact that Jamie was here to help her, you might have actually been able to fire a shot and take her out. But that's a lot of ifs that had to happen. That's a lot of conditions that had to be met for that push to be safe. If I'm thinking as like a frontline player here, I'm like, if I don't drop off right here, I'm going to get splatted. And I feel like Devi probably, if she like tracks you a little bit better, there's definitely an opportunity for her to get the pick here. That is a great bomb that forces her out of position. But you're also pushing into enemy ink at this point, and you do need to jump out. I'm amazed that bomb doesn't splat you with the indirect damage. And if Jamie gets his aim on a little bit faster, you saw him turning there. If he snaps a little faster than that, he also just needs to land the one shot and splat you. So I think if you drop back in that position to the right instead, it lets you stay closer to your teammates and maybe have an impact on the fight that's happening on the right. If you want to fight the Hydra, Devi said that one thing that would have worked really well is if you took cover behind this wall right here on the left side of the bridge and tried to pick her from there, where you can just kind of walk to the right and be safe again, instead of pushing all the way over to the left where you're out in the open. So those are my thoughts on that engagement. In general, something that is a pattern that we've noticed so far is that you're being too willing to stand out in the open and expose your laser to show where you're positioning. If you take cover a little more and try to aim around cover, you're going to be playing safer, but still getting, you know, to stand in the same positions that you are right now. Okay, so we move out, and once again we go to snipe. So, not a bad position to be in. Your teammates are all on the right-hand side. Something needs to get done about Devi right now, and you notice that where she is, you drop down off of snipe while she's focusing on something else, so she might not know where you are, and you pop the ray, which is awesome. This is a great ray. Devi was like, oh yeah, as soon as I saw that ray come out, I knew I was dead. That was really good. So that is an awesome ray. something that Devi was telling me, and that I agree with a lot, that Sam also has talked about, is use the ray as an initiation tool. A lot of people think of it as just the GG ray, like you use it to stop the tower on defense, but it's also actually really powerful to use it offensively to give your teammates some chip damage to work with on the opponents that they're rushing. Uh, Also, where you're raying, you will usually show your teammates exactly where someone is because you have vision on people that your teammates might not. Um, and you can do this from a fairly safe position further back to still have an impact on a fight that it would be more difficult for a backliner to push into. So this is a really great tool to use at this position. Your teammate gets another pick, so you've got 2 down. This is awesome. Right now you've got a Brella up here that is bomb rushing over into their side. Getting up here with them and trying to follow them probably isn't the play here because this position is very exposed for you. They're a Brella and they have a special popped, so it's a little bit different to have them rushing in headlong. It looks like you're trying to get up on their snipe, but it's frankly pretty lucky that that doesn't happen because someone pops up right here. You don't have it painted, you don't know where everybody is on the map yet, and so them showing up there basically takes you out of the game for a while. It looks like you tried to make the jump and missed, or you decided better of it as soon as you saw them pop up and reacted to that. I don't know. But going over to the right side is more important here, in my opinion, because the tower has to go to first checkpoint. Controlling the left side gets you basically nothing, and you're not going to be able to do that as effectively as a charger when you have to left peek around everything to get there. If you go to the right side here, the biggest obstacle in the game right now is Devi. And Devi is going to be spawning in here pretty soon and taking this position on the top right. And with you not there to force her out of that position, to be the charger that threatens her, your team could easily just get mowed down when she shows up. Another problem that happens here, I'm really surprised the CDS doesn't just drop on you and go after you, because they can see that you're isolated. They can see you're not here. Maybe they decided to focus on the tower. I don't know what happened there, but they could have easily just taken you out of the game. But even though they didn't splat you, you now have to swim all the way around up through mid. By the time you've gotten there, Devi is already in position and has taken one of your teammates off the tower. If you go right with the tower here, and maybe you're peeking around this block, maybe you're taking a position that prevents Devi from getting onto the scaffold here, Devi can't take those shots. And so you could have actually had the impact to prevent her from stopping the push here if you had gone right instead of going forward with Babs's bomb rush, with the Brella's bomb rush there. I don't blame you, especially for that bomb. That happens to everybody. Sometimes you think you're further away than you are, or you think you're less damaged than you are, and it takes you out. But another way of thinking about that last moment there... okay, this is actually later. So instead of going up onto the spinner at this position, if you move over to the right, one thing you could be doing is farming Ray. Charge the Ray up. Since you used it already, getting a little bit of extra Ray charge so that you're able to use it in the final 30 seconds or so in this final push that you guys are going to make, in the overtime push, that can mean the difference between you guys getting through this push and not, because Ray is such a powerful tool for tower control. So that's something that definitely would have helped a lot, I think, for you to have. As it is, the fact that you're forced out of play here makes it so that your team, they're going for it here. Your Brella maybe went in a little over aggressively. They might have been expecting your frontliners to push in a little bit more with them. That didn't end up working out because you had the junior on the tower, and then the Splash is bomb rushing back here. So that might be a little bit of a miscommunication there, that the Brella was going for that. But if you'd been over here, maybe you actually could have saved the Brella. Maybe you fire shots over at this area and the Brella is able to play a little bit more recklessly. Maybe you're able to take out the Hydra that takes out the junior. That's probably the decision that... and here you get into that position, but unfortunately the bomb removes you from it right away. And now this is game over. Effectively, you could get someone back on the tower in time. Air Sign goes for it, and more power to him for going to it. He really needs to in order to have any chance of winning the game. But that last push, going 2 down on that last push is really what decides the game here, because it's a junior, and all 4 of them are up. 2 of you guys are spawning in. You're really staggered. You don't have the paint to push into this. I said, even as the Charger player, you probably need to be rushing the tower too, just to try and keep the miracle overtime push alive, and maybe give someone at least a super jump to get in on this with. Because like standing here, you're not going to get anything done if all they have to do is jump on the tower and they win. You kind of just need to rush that, maybe throw a bomb on it or something, and hope that you can miraculously keep them off it. But I think the decision that really ended the game, that could be said to have lost the game there, was the way that the team handled pushing once they got the tower in the last 40 seconds there. You got a great pick on the Hydra to set that up, but then the Brella went in by themselves and died. You were out of play on the left-hand side, and the Junior didn't have a chance against Devi when she came into this power position, the wall there to defend. So that is the whole game there. I think that leaves us right at 5 p.m., which is awesome. Timed that one perfectly. If you have any questions, absolutely feel free to ask them right now for the benefit of the watchers, or if you'd feel more comfortable, feel free to type them out and send those to me anytime. This VOD will get uploaded to the Bravous VODs YouTube channel, so it's different from the main channel. It's not the one where we have the long-form content, the how to get out of S Plus video, for example. It's going to be a different channel, but I'll link you to it as soon as it's uploaded. And you'll be able to go there and watch this back as much as you want to, so it doesn't expire on Twitch. So do you have anything that you want to ask or anything you want to say right now before we close everything down, Northstar?
No, I think I good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for giving us your footage. We really appreciate you being on here. It's not the easiest thing to put your gameplay out there in front of the world at large. So we appreciate that you were willing to put that up here for us to have the content to make the stream today. Thank you for being here, and hope you found it helpful. To everybody else, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate all of you guys being here. And say a quick so long in chat to Andre. Like we said, this was his last day on Squid School before he gets a more permanent job, and he's not going to be able to, it's going to conflict with what he's doing here. So special thanks to Andre for being around for so long and being such a positive presence on the stream. We really appreciate him. And next time we're going to be having Avery fill in, and we'll probably have some lessons for Avery, because Avery really is a brand new Splatoon babe. He last week, I think, was the first time he ever touched the game, so should be a lot to talk about with him for some like lower level fundamentals type stuff. So thank you everybody for watching. I will move over here so you can actually see my face. I am Jem. You can follow Bravous on this channel right now. I also stream personally on strata_gem, STRATA_GEM. I guess I might as well put that in the chat because I have the power to do so. Haha. So that's my personal channel. We also have a YouTube channel that I will link you guys to right now, where we have a lot more like long form content. People have been saying that they've really been enjoying the S Plus video. It's how to get out of S Plus rank. So you can check it out at this channel here. And I think I've plugged everything that there is to plug. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Farewell.
Good job, everyone.